White giants.
People who came from the sky.
In the sky, yeah.
Leave my home!
Why?
I am the ghost! What the fuck do you mean, why? Nigga, this is my home. What the fuck is you saying, cuz?
Bro, you're dead.
This still my house, cuz!
No, it ain't, nigga. You just died in it. And I don't know why you telling me to fucking leave. I ain't do shit to your dumb bum transparent ass. Nigga over here think he haunting shit. Fuck out of here.
This is the house that my family was murdered in!
I was murdered too.
Well, you need to take that shit up with the motherfucker who murdered you. Nigga, I don't know you.
But what you need to understand...
OG, listen. Look, check it out, OG. I've been in this bitch 6 months. And you want to show up after 6 months of rent paid talking your bullshit? Pay me my 6 months worth and you can leave my house all the fuck you want. I really don't give a fuck, nigga.
Bro, why is you acting weird?
Me? You're haunting niggas in California. I'm more scared of inflation. Inflation is more fucking scarier than whatever the fuck you got going on, nigga.
I'll possess you, nigga.
You ain't got the balls, bitch. My fucked up life will make you kill yourself. My body, nigga.
Damn. Weird ass nigga. Now, if you want to haunt me, rent due on the 3rd of every month. Now go get a broom and sweep that fucking vase off the floor that you knocked over before I knock your ass over. Bitch. Where the broom at?
This your house, right? Go find it.
That's me with the ghost. You want to hunt me? You gotta pay.
You gotta pay or catch this pay.
Yeah, man. Welcome, y'all. Welcome to Middle Letters, man. My name is Kobe.
I'm Shad. And we are the Middle Letters, and we talk about all the things that go bump in the night: history, real history, lost history, ancient history, conspiracies, and everything else in between. So, if you're here for it, pull up. Yeah, we try to stay out of politics as much as we can, but we fall into it sometimes.
It's hard these days, these times, man.
Yeah. I see you rocking that NASA hat. I see you.
Oh yeah. Yep.
That's a new one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. The other one got ruined.
Yeah.
We won't talk about that.
We'll talk about that. So I'm rocking knowledge for the cool hat.
Okay.
My boy BJ. Yeah, shout out BJ, man. Matter of fact, I gotta text him right now. Let him know that I like the hat. I saw that he texted me right before we started the show. It's dope. Wearing it on the show right now. We'll say the podcast right now. So yeah. So good stuff, man. So shout out to BJ and Knowledge for the Cool. This new clothing line that you put together. So I try to show support and love, man. Kobe, you got any new Bees Me stuff lately?
No, not lately. But
okay.
I will at some point.
I got the South Metro Resist hoodie. It's so dope.
I had to get them to make me some shirts, but
yeah, we need something.
Yeah, how was the weekend?
Man, the weekend was real cool. Friday was super chill, man. Just watched a little basketball and chilled Friday. I think I like one beer Friday. So I woke up with a lot of energy Saturday, and turned up Saturday. So it was a good time. Got to check out O's like I was telling you. Me and my boy Casey. It's been a minute, and we almost lost. We're like card carrying members, man. Then we booked our membership, forgot who we were, but we were back in that piece. Had a good time. Then we shot down the Deep Ellum and kicked it. We got to see one of our favorite bartenders out there, and came home and chilled with the wife and talked to sister-in-law on FaceTime and watched the game. How about yours, brother?
Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah. Had a good weekend. Friday, I did chill. I forgot what I did Friday.
I just watched basketball.
Yeah, chill. Huh?
Yeah, I didn't do shit. I just watched basketball.
Yeah. And then Saturday, I watched the Wolves game. And then I went up for my boy's birthday. Shout out to my boy Tech. Pretty good time. Went out to a bar by us, Northeast Palace. Real black, real fun. This lady there say, "This is where all the black folks at, huh?" Like, yeah, all the 30 and 40-year-olds. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Hey, contrary to popular belief, the Twin Cities has a lot of black folks there. There's a huge section of black folks out there. So y'all stop making all those kiki kaka jokes about how black people of Minnesota except for Kirby Puckett and Prince, who R.I.P. Yeah, it's lit out there, man. So how was the bar?
The bar was cool, man. Like a dive bar feeling, but the DJ is so cool. But she don't take no requests. She knows what she's doing up there. She plays every 2000s, the earth to down, going back and forth. People know how to get. They got a big old balcony. A balcony patio. That's dope. And yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. I love a place for the patio.
Yep. So yeah, man. And worked my yard a little bit today.
Okay.
It's been a good weekend.
Okay, you did some man work, some adult work.
Man work, yeah. If you want to call seeding man work, but yeah, seeding my grass.
Dude, that is the struggle right there.
Man, my grass.
That is the struggle. Getting that grass to come back in the spring, man.
Yeah.
You got a dog too, so that's making it easier.
But anyways, yeah, man, it's a good weekend. What are we doing, bro?
We're gonna talk about the Wolves first. That's what we're gonna do.
Oh man,
that's what we're gonna do. A huge win.
Big win. A lot of injuries.
When did what quarter did? And I was a little inebriated. I kind of forgot what quarter he got hurt in.
I don't know. I think it was like the second quarter.
Was the second quarter?
Yeah.
But the team, man, they rallied. They came together, dude. Put on the show. And DeSumo, oh my goodness, bro. Ooh, wee. Snap for 43 of them things.
I hope we can get our guy. I hope Dante's okay. Hope he comes back next year. At some point. That's a pretty tough injury.
What was the final word in his injury?
He tore his Achilles.
What's up, Kyle? He tore his Achilles. Damn.
Yeah. He's done next year. Next year this time.
And Ant Happerson at his knee has bone bruise.
Well, that's a good 2 weeks to 3 week injury.
Yeah.
So we're in a bad spot. Even if we get past Denver, we're in a bad spot. So.
Yeah, I think it's a wrap.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
We might get past Denver, but I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't think we do that.
Right. Oh well. Here's to next year, brother.
Yep.
All right, so we got an interesting one for you guys today. As Kobe tried to get into before I cut him off. Sorry about that, buddy. It is their dissertation is called The Old World, and it's basically about the old world that time kind of forgot, kind of erased. This kind of ties into Tartaria, the big mud floods, and then as we've talked before we did a dissertation on the orphan trains.
Yeah.
So it kind of talks about that. It kind of talks about the census that took place. I think it was like 1893 or something like that.
Right.
That was those records are mysteriously destroyed. And the survivors of the old world are gone. They tried to get their stories, but kind of unsuccessful in that whole deal. So the old world was a civilization. Tartaria, the civilization that was more advanced than our civilization. That kind of got wiped out during the industrial age of civilization. So the architecture was way more advanced, and God knows what else. That they had. So I can run it, bro. Anything else you want to say on it?
No, I mean, they try to point at evidence like some of these state buildings
Mm-hmm.
that we have now. If you look at them, they think that we didn't build those. Those are remnants of Tartaria. So we kind of like, evolved some of their technology into ours. But essentially, yeah, it's lost civilization that we feel was, or not we feel, but, people think was around. Kind of like, flying airplanes, like weird stuff like flying cities, stuff like that. People believe that was Tartaria. So if you ever played the game BioShock 3, think about it.
I'm familiar with it, yeah.
Yeah.
I never played it though.
The city in the sky.
It's funny because these video games and movies and all that, they try to tell you about the stuff that existed, but they rolled it out as a form of entertainment. When they're really trying to educate you that this stuff really existed, but it's almost like they're allowed to show you but not tell you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's so hard to believe that people in historical times are more advanced than we are now. It's hard to believe that.
Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. So, where's your mic at? Are you right up on it?
Yeah, it's right here.
Okay. Can you talk closer into it, buddy? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Maybe it's me. Can y'all hear, bro? Okay, out there?
Yeah, let me know. I'm not that nitpick.
All right. So I'll go ahead and run it, bro.
Okay.
And just whenever you need me to pause it, just say the word. I got you. Pull this up real quick. So this is called The Last American Who Remembered the Old World, what she told her family before dying.
A little muffled. Okay.
Ooh, there you go. Look at that. Boy, you sound crispy. What you do?
I don't know. I'm just talking more into it now, I guess.
Sound crispy, like crispy cornflakes. This comes to us from Erased Century. So the reason why this is so fascinating to us, folks, is that this just happened. Like the past 100 and thanks, Shell. Appreciate your feedback.
Thank you.
On the past 100 and 20 years or so.
Right.
So that's why it's so fascinating to us. So I'll go ahead and get this bad boy started. Let me expand my screen here. Get my volume all the way up. All right, here we go.
The Last American Who Remembered the Old World. What she told her family before dying 1953. There's a filing cabinet in the Library of Congress that contains the voices of dead Americans, not recordings. Transcriptions. Thousands of pages of handwritten and typed interviews conducted between 1936 and 1940 by government writers who were sent into homes across 24 states with a single instruction: get their stories before they're gone. The program was called the Federal Writers Project, a branch of Roosevelt's New Deal that employed out-of-work journalists, novelists, and researchers to document the lives of ordinary citizens. They collected 2,900 life histories. Then they filed them in the Library of Congress, where they sat mostly unread for nearly 40 years.
Damn.
I found them because I was looking for something else. I was tracing architectural records from the 1870s, trying to understand why so many American courthouses and government buildings from that era feature proportions that don't match the people who supposedly used them. The same.
So what they're saying is like if you think about it, like those buildings, they are huge. The entryways, the whole grand scheme of it. And it's just like, why is it so big? Why are the doorways so big? Why are the arches so big? So just something to think about, guys.
Question I keep running into. But the deeper I went into those archives, the more I realized the buildings weren't the real story. The people were. Because those 2,900 interviews captured something no textbook ever could. The first-hand memories of Americans who were alive before everything changed, and what they described doesn't match the history we've been taught. Let me explain what I mean by before everything changed. Consider the math. An American born in 1855 who lived to 85, not unusual, would have died in 1940. That means they were alive, speaking, remembering when those government writers knocked on their doors. They would have been children during the 1860s and 1870s. They would have witnessed the most dramatic transition in American history. not gradually, not over centuries, but within a single lifetime. And their grandchildren, born in the 1920s and 1930s, heard their stories firsthand. Those grandchildren are the last generation that carries the oral history of the old world,
That's a
and they're
weird
almost
picture.
gone. Mary Kelly
It was very strange. It kind of looked like AI a little bit. So some of the faces were kind of smudged out a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, at first I was about to say, damn, there were just all white people, but okay, here's some black folk. Here you go. We existed back then.
was born in 1851 in Southfield, Michigan. She lived to 113 and died in 1964.
Man, 13.
She was alive before the Civil War and survived long enough to see television in every American home.
That's insane.
Maggie Barnes was born to a formerly enslaved woman in the early 1880s and lived to approximately 1115, dying in 1998 in North Carolina. These weren't
What?
extraordinary cases. The Gerontology Research Group has verified 16 supercentenarians
What?
enough to see television in every American home. Maggie Barnes was born to a formerly enslaved woman in the early 1880s and lived to approximately 1115, dying in 1998 in North Carolina. These weren't extraordinary cases. The Gerontology Research Group has verified 16 supercentenarians born in the 1850s alone. Dozens more lived past 100. Hundreds lived past 90. An entire generation of witnesses whose memories spanned two completely different worlds. The government had the chance to record all of them. It recorded 2009.
So why do you think that is? Why were they able to live so long?
What are they? I mean, what are they trying to say? It's
Oh.
because they were Targaryen.
I don't know, man. Maybe they were different.
Maybe they got lucky.
I mean, that's true. I mean, I wonder what the percentage of people in this world live past 100.
But like 115 is crazy. I don't know.
That's nuts, bro. Because we're only supposed to live to 120. At least that's the way we're designed right now. But if you remove the telemeters, we can live longer. But that's a conversation for another time. Let's keep rolling.
900. Then it stopped. The project was defunded in 1939 after congressional hearings, turned over to state control, and effectively shut down. The interviews were boxed up, not published in any accessible form until the 1970s. 30 years of silence around the last first-hand testimony of Americans who remembered what came before. Before what, exactly? That's where October 8, 1871 becomes impossible to ignore. Every American learns about the Great Chicago Fire, Mrs. O'Leary's cow, the wooden city, the rebuilding. What almost no one learns is what happened the same night at the same hour across 3 states simultaneously.
Shit, what?
In Peshtigo, Wisconsin, a firestorm consumed the entire town in approximately 1 hour.
Oh, we've talked about this, where there were
Yep.
these big fires in the Midwest
Oh, wow. Yep.
that
we
happened
have.
like simultaneously, and we were like, "Well, what do you think caused that?"
We said we think something might have happened in Minnesota too, right?
Yeah. Oh, something definitely happened in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yep. There are big fires out there as well.
Between 2,000 and 2,500 people perished, making it the deadliest wildfire in American recorded history. The fire burned 1.2 million acres. Survivors describe winds strong enough to lift adults off the ground,
Why?
flames that moved faster than a person could run, and a heat so intense that people crossing open ground simply burst into flame without being touched by visible fire.
What?
Reverend Peter Pernin, the parish priest who
Bro, that's a
survived by
laser beam.
submerging himself in the Peshtigo River, published his eyewitness account in 1874. He described a phenomenon that doesn't match any normal wildfire behavior. The available oxygen was consumed so rapidly that people who showed no burns were found deceased, as if the air itself had been weaponized. The fire created its own weather system, a vortex of superheated wind that behaved less like a forest fire and more like something detonating from a central point outward. The same night, Holland, Michigan burned.
All right, bro.
Yeah, Michigan too.
And Michigan. So what can do that? What type of weapon can just suck the oxygen out of the air? Is it because the fires were roaring so high, like that vortex? Because it feeds off it. You need oxygen to feed
Shouldn't
it.
be,
right?
yeah, shouldn't be fire. But that doesn't make any sense.
That's
It's
crazy.
weird.
I can see people dying of smoke ventilation.
Like they weren't even getting touched by fire. Though.
They weren't even
That was
getting
weird.
touched.
They were dying just like bursting in flame.
Bro, what can do that?
I don't know.
I'll keep rolling.
That's crazy.
Manistee,
That's
Michigan
nuts.
burned. Port Huron, Michigan was threatened. Across 225 million acres of the upper Midwest, fires erupted simultaneously. The National Weather Service confirms these fires broke out across 3 states at the same time on the same evening. The official explanation is drought, lumber debris, and a cold front with high winds. Reasonable, except for one detail that has nagged researchers since 1883: the simultaneity. In 1883, a hypothesis emerged that fragments of Biela's comet had struck the atmosphere and ignited the fires from above. This theory was revisited in a 1997 documentary and investigated again in 2004 by the American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics. Witnesses in Chicago reported blue flames burning in basements, a color consistent with unusual chemical combustion, not wood fires. The theory has never been proven. It has also never been disproven. But here's what matters for this investigation.
So basically,
The elderly
they're saying
American-
that there is an accelerant that wasn't wood
Really?
because of the blue fires. Yeah. So what the fuck was the accelerant, bruh?
I'm trying to figure out.
And it said 3 states, but Minnesota was caught up in that too. Because they mentioned Illinois, they mentioned Wisconsin, and they mentioned Michigan, but Minnesota was part of that as well.
When did Chicago burn?
Chicago burned in 18 something. Google it real quick.
I'm trying to.
When was the Great Chicago Fire? All right, 1871.
1871.
1871. I mean, they said a lot of people died from the fires, just across all the acres and miles.
Yes, major fire broke out and almost simultaneously in 3 Midwestern states: Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan, on October 8th, 1879. While the Great Fire Chicago, Illinois, was most famous, the other blazes that are even more destructive. This is AI, so
Right.
not 100%. That's crazy.
We see Minnesota fires. Minnesota, the first of the Great Fires, the Great Prairie Fires, started in Minnesota October. I don't know. If
Not
that's
Minnesota?
they're saying it was part of it. I don't know if it's saying it was part of it or not. I'm trying to do a quick look, guys, so we're not boring you too long.
That's crazy, though.
Well, they said they had one in 1894, but they're not showing the one in 1871.
AI said there was 3 in the 3 states that were mentioned.
That was just the 3 states.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, see, they caught fire in 1894, and that was during the orphan train timeline.
That's weird.
Yeah. What the hell was that? All right, I'll keep going.
Interviewed by the WPA writers in the 1930s were children in 1871. A 70-year-old interviewed in 1938 would have been 3 years old that night. An 80-year-old would have been 13, old enough to have watched the sky turn red, old enough to have been told by their parents exactly what happened. The Library of Congress describes those 2,900 interviews as containing tales of surviving the 1871 Chicago fire and pioneer journeys. But that description only scratches the surface. What else did those Americans remember? What did they tell the government writers about the night everything burned? And why was the project shut down before the full picture could emerge? The burning wasn't the only erasure. In 1890, the United States conducted the most comprehensive census in its history. For the first time, each family received an entire form. The census recorded immigration status, naturalization details, English language proficiency, home ownership, and Civil War service. 62.9 million Americans documented in unprecedented detail. It was also the first census for which the government broke from a century of protocol and did not require copies to be filed in local offices. Every previous census from 1790 to 1880 had local backups stored in county courthouses and state archives.
Okay.
The 1890 census existed in one location, the basement of the Commerce Department building in Washington, D.C. On January 10th, 1921, a fire broke out in that basement.
Yeah.
Approximately 25% of the records.
You heard what he said, right?
We've heard this before, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, one specific census that they put in one specific area, and for some reason, that one specific area that had no backups burned. That makes no sense.
That makes no sense. None whatsoever, man. Coincidence? I think not.
Were destroyed outright. Another 50% suffered serious water and smoke damage. The investigation never determined a definitive cause. Theories range from a discarded cigarette to faulty wiring to spontaneous combustion of sawdust in the building's workshop. What happened next is more disturbing than the fire itself. The surviving records, perhaps half still usable, were moved to a warehouse. For 12 years, nothing happened. No restoration effort, no attempt to copy or preserve what remained. Then in December 1932, the chief clerk of the Bureau of Census sent the Librarian of Congress a list of documents scheduled for destruction. The 1890 census was on that list. The librarian was asked to identify any records worth preserving for historical purposes.
So y'all heard that, right? So the census that was destroyed, didn't have any backup copies. In that fire, the surviving copies that they were able to recover that were legible, they actually put on a list to be destroyed. For what? It's almost like they're trying to wipe out a group of people. It's like they're trying to wipe out that that whole censor, or what's it called? You know what I'm talking about. They're trying to wipe out all those records or whatever. I don't understand. I don't get that. It's very strange.
He identified none. Congress authorized destruction on February 21st, 1933.
Why would they do that?
The next day, February 22, President Hoover laid the cornerstone for the National Archives building, the fireproof facility specifically created to prevent exactly this kind of loss. They destroyed the records one day before beginning construction of the building that would have saved them. Of 62.9 million names, roughly 6,160 survive. The single most detailed record of every American alive during the transition period, the people who remembered the old world, eliminated. Not by accident, by sequence. Fire, neglect, bureaucratic process, authorized destruction. Each step plausible on its own. Together, they form something harder to dismiss. And then there were the children. Between 1854 and 1929, approximately 250,000 children were loaded onto trains in New York, Boston, and Philadelphia.
So as y'all remember, those were the orphan trains that we spoke about a couple weeks ago. It might have been a few weeks ago. With that, you know, when these cities were burning and all that they shipped all these folks, all these kids out, and we still don't really know the reason why.
Don't know where they went.
Don't know where they went. Don't know why. It's just, and when they showed up, like the older ones, they made them change their name and told them never to speak about where they were from. Why was that?
Put to work too.
Yeah, that's right.
And transported to rural communities across the Midwest and West. The orphan train movement, organized primarily by the Children's Aid Society, founded in 1853 by Charles Loring Brace and later by the New York Foundling Hospital. At stops along the route, the children were displayed in what contemporary accounts describe as auction-like events. Farming families inspected them, evaluated their size and apparent health, and selected the ones they wanted. Many were taken to work fields. Less than half were actual orphans. The rest were children of immigrants, children of the poor, children whose parents couldn't afford to feed them or couldn't fight the institutions that took them. An estimated 30,000 children lived on the streets of New York City in the 1850s alone. But here's the detail that nobody discusses. Upon arrival in their new communities, older children were strongly encouraged, sometimes required, to break all contact with their past.
Bro, did I just say that?
Origins were not recorded or were recorded inaccurately. The organizations that ran the program kept spotty records at best. Many children could not tell their own grandchildren where they came from because they genuinely didn't know. 250,000 Americans whose identities were functionally severed. An entire generation disconnected from their own history by institutional design. The timing is precise.
Why?
Yeah,
Kobe,
that's
what?
what I don't understand. Like, why? Like, what is the point of them not knowing? Like, what are they trying to hide from these kids?
Right.
Like, what's the big? I don't know. It's so weird to me.
I mean, think about it. They were almost treated as slaves were treated.
Yeah.
You know
Are
what I'm
they
saying?
Yeah.
Erase the history, erase the past, so you don't know where you're from.
Encouraged not to know. Like,
Encouraged.
change your name. Like, for what? Like, what is the reason behind it? Like, what does that do?
Right. Right. And these weren't just, black kids. You know what I'm saying?
Like, what
Like,
does remembering do for them? Like,
how did that stop any progress if they remember where they came from?
right.
I get it. You
You already
doing it
got the power.
you already got the power, right? Exactly. And from the looks of it, these kids had the complexion for the protection. You know what I'm
They
saying?
look white. Unless
Yeah.
unless they weren't white for real, but then why do you need to still forget like who you are? You're part of the lower class anyway. So like I don't know. It's really interesting.
It's so interesting, bro. That's so interesting, man, because they're the purpose for that. I just don't understand. I'm just racking my brain
And
to
they're not
understand what
telling you why.
It's not telling you why. And it's crazy is that we were not taught this in school. They didn't teach us
No.
about this shit. Like orphan trains, I never heard of orphan trains before.
Well then that's where the term put them up for adoption came from.
That part. Yeah.
It's
like something actually derived from that we use all the time.
So
Cabbage Patch Kids
yeah.
come from this whole deal. I don't know, absolutely insane. I'm sorry, guys. It's short dissertation, and we keep pausing it to question this stuff. But guys, you got to think about that stuff, man. Because
where did these guys go?
Where did these guys go? And the thing about it, Kobe, if we don't remember this, who's to say they can't do it again?
Yeah, who says they're not doing it now?
Okay, man.
Preach. Some group that we did. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, crazy. All right, I'll keep rolling.
The orphan trains ran from 1854 to 1929. The fires occurred in 1871. The giant photographs clustered between 1850 and 1900. Tartaria vanished from maps in the mid-1800s. The architectural transition from grand classical to simplified modern happened in the same window.
Insane.
And the 1890 census, the one record that would have documented every single person alive during this transition, was eliminated. Not coincidence. Pattern. Which brings me to 1893 and the buildings they don't want you to think about too carefully. The World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago. 27 million visitors across 6 months. Over 200 buildings spread across 630 acres of Jackson Park. The White City. Official history tells us these massive neoclassical structures, enormous domes rivaling European cathedrals, columns and sculptural detail as precise as ancient Rome, were built in under 2 years from a mixture of plaster, cement and jute fiber wooden frames. Built with horse-drawn equipment, hand tools and manual labor, no cranes, no bulldozers, no modern construction technology, 200 buildings in 630 acres in under 24 months. And then, after 6 months of display, nearly every single structure was demolished.
What?
The only major building that survived is the Palace of Fine Arts, now the Museum of Science and Industry, preserved because it had been fireproof to protect the art collections inside.
Couldn't burn it.
Everything else was torn down or burned. This pattern repeated. Paris, 1889. Buffalo, 1901. St. Louis, 1904.
Buffalo.
San Francisco, 1915. Build magnificent structures of impossible scale and detail. Display them briefly. Destroy them completely. Every time.
Why?
The elderly Americans interviewed in the 1930s remembered the White City. Some had visited as children or young adults. They walked through those buildings and saw something that looked nothing like the America being constructed around them. Something older. Something grander, something that felt less like a temporary exhibition. And
so y'all niggas don't care about this shit?
The White City?
The White City, bro.
And no one knows about this anymore? Like,
God.
this is that's interesting. I mean,
White.
the fire was real, according to AI, which so it could be fake, but I
No,
don't
man,
know, bro.
the fire was real
Crazy.
because everybody talks about the Chicago fire. Everybody talks about that. We
No,
learned
like,
about that.
But like in the 3 states. That's what's crazy. Like it happened in 3 states.
Happened in 3 states, and it happened in other times. Like, okay, so the Great Fire of Chicago, 1871, happened in 3 states, but other fires were happening because the one happened in Minnesota in 1894.
It was part of the Great Plains fires. Like,
Right.
What's going on with that?
Right. Because that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen anymore, does it?
No, not in a while. I haven't seen it, and like no one's dying from it.
Right.
You can't say, "Oh, well, technology." There's people who are just going up in flames. So, like, I don't know.
Yeah, like Cali, I get. All right, Cali burns every year. All right, get it. We get it. But
yeah,
you know, the Great Plains, bro,
have happened in a long time.
Right, right. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, this is some crazy shit, bro. Honestly, and people are like, what's the big deal? Like, no, this is insane, and they try to make people forget.
Yeah, because it's not.
They
It's
try to
stuff
make
that we can point at, like the Great Fire of Chicago happened.
Mm-hmm. And it had these massive, beautiful buildings that we're no longer able to create. It's insane. All right, go almost done.
More like a city that had always been there, and then it was gone. Here's what I keep coming back to. There was a woman, there had to have been, in every county in America in the early 1950s. A woman born in the late 1850s, living past 90, sitting in a house surrounded by grandchildren who'd grown up hearing her stories. Stories about buildings that were already ancient when she was young, but that the textbooks claimed were built just years before. Stories about the night the sky turned red across 3 states. Stories about trains full of children heading west with no names, no families, no pasts. Stories about a world that operated differently than anything her grandchildren saw around them. A world of different proportions, different architecture, different knowledge. And when she tried to tell them, when she described what she remembered, they nodded politely and changed the subject. Because her memories didn't match the textbooks. And in 1950s America, the textbooks always won. The WPA caught some of these voices. 2,900 documents.
You know, Rockefeller and them changed those textbooks.
Yep.
The teachers certain we like our whole educational system is completely different than like far as what they're learning and what they study is completely different than what it used to be.
I wonder why.
Mm-hmm.
Documents from 24 states. But what about the other 24 states? What about the thousands of elderly Americans who were never interviewed? What about the stories that were told across kitchen tables and front porches and deathbeds in the 1940s and 1950s that no government writer recorded? Those stories passed to grandchildren who are now in their 80s and 90s. The last human chain connecting us to first-hand memory of whatever existed before the transition. The timeline isn't subtle. The 1850s through the 1870s, the old world architecture stands everywhere. Oversized doorways, impossible construction, buildings scaled for someone other than us. The 1871 fires simultaneously destroy cities across 3 states in a single night. The 1890 census captures 62.9 million names during the transition. Then the only copy is stored without backup for the first time in American history. The 1890s, the photographs of giants stop appearing. The skeleton discoveries stop being reported. The maps are quietly redrawn. The 1893 White City is built, displayed, and demolished. The orphan trains finish relocating 250,000 children with severed identities. The 1921 fire damages the census. The 1933 order destroys what's left. The 1936 WPA project scrambles to interview the last witnesses. It's defunded 3 years later. By the 1950s, the last Americans who saw the old world with their own eyes are gone, and their grandchildren choose silence because the alternative is too enormous to process. The Library of Congress still has those 2,900 documents, transcribed testimonies from Americans who lived through whatever this was. They've been publicly available since the 1970s. They're searchable, they're readable, and I have to wonder, Has anyone gone through every single one? Has anyone searched them for the details that don't fit?
No, I haven't.
For the memories that contradict the official record? For the specific descriptions of buildings, fires, proportions, and technologies that the textbooks say never existed? Because the last Americans who remembered are gone. Their grandchildren are almost gone. But the words are still in the archive. And archives don't forget, not even when everyone else agrees to. The buildings remember, even if we don't. The documents preserve what the encyclopedias erased. And somewhere in those 2,900 transcriptions, in the careful handwriting of Depression-era government workers recording the memories of Americans born before the transition, the truth is sitting in a filing cabinet, waiting, the same way it's been waiting for almost a century. For someone willing to read what the last witnesses actually said, instead of what we've been told they should have remembered.
The old world, ladies and gentlemen.
The old world.
So that was our dissertation on that. If you don't find it interesting, I don't know what's wrong with you. But
I mean, I get if you don't, but like at the same time, it's kind of weird, like stuff like that. We're like, yeah, there was a big old fire in Chicago, and it's like we kind of don't think about it because it's like they kind of just make it seem like it's a big deal, but like it's a big deal because like it's never happened before. Not a big deal because like it happened in 2 other states. They didn't mention that.
They didn't mention that.
Why didn't you mention that part? Like I don't understand.
Right. You know, and you know, it's they kind of like, yeah, the great this fire happened in Chicago. Yeah, you know, that's a long time ago. Don't worry about that.
It was a long time ago. Don't worry about it.
We rebuilt it.
It'll never happen again.
It'll never happen again.
Like why are we even mentioning it then? I don't know. What does it tell you? Like it doesn't make any sense.
And what did we lose in that fire?
I think a lot of people died, but nothing like. I don't know why we're told about it. That's what I'm always like. Why did they even tell us about it?
We are definitely told about it. That's for sure.
But what's the point?
Right. Because there've been you know great fires like we talk like everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta burned down. You know what I'm saying? Like we know what caused that. You know what I'm saying? And, the White House, they burned the White House down at some point. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
You know, we learned that for a reason. But yeah, man, this is super vague, bro. I think it was. I don't know, man. I think it was a weapon. Honestly, I think it was an advanced weapon, or at least advanced for his time. Probably not advanced now, but for his time.
Right.
You know, so
I think that really happened. Kind of like, you know, people think like Antarctica is like a big freezer.
Yeah. And well, the Antarctica it plays a big part in this too because Antarctica was discovered around that time, right after Tartaria fell.
Something like that, and like we had like a military go out there. Like that's weird. Like,
military go out there for that. Right, and it's a no-fly zone for everybody. Every
no-fly. Yep.
Yeah. Every country is cool with that, but we don't. None of us ever like our countries don't agree on anything but that.
But that one thing.
That one thing, and you don't find anything strange about that. You don't even want to look into that. That's insane to me. That's insane.
That's interesting.
So yeah, super interesting. So you know, we won't get too long-winded on that. It is what it is. You know, and you know, I think this might come up again at some point
sure.
in the near future because pretty much everything that we bring to the table
always comes back around.
Oh, it comes back around. It's in you know in the national media everywhere. So I found this like super interesting. This is a game for the game, but I found this interesting. And we might need to be aware about this. Let's check it out.
They're preparing but won't tell us why. In November of 2024, a secret NASA document titled Project Anchor leaked online. The project's budget is $89 billion, and its goal is to survive a second.
Sure, I'll take it all.
NASA knows about it. They're preparing but won't tell us why. In November of 2024, a secret NASA document titled Project Anchor leaked online. The project's budget is $89 billion, and its goal is to survive a 7-second gravitational anomaly expected on August 12th at 14:33 UTC. It'll be 7.3 seconds. They are expecting 40 to 60 million casualties.
There you go. There's the doom and destruction. I was ready for that to come up. There it is. The doom and destruction. Keep going. Yeah.
Okay, let me keep going. It gets worse. So it says, what will happen in 1 to 2 seconds? Everything not secured will rise. People, vehicles, and animals. 3 to 4 seconds, objects will continue to rise 15 to 20 meters. 5 to 6 seconds, panic and chaos will ensue as people hit ceilings. 7 seconds, I mean, they've got it down to the second, Barry. 7 seconds, gravity returns and everything falls from height. And here are the expected consequences. Okay, this is what we all have to worry about till August. 40 million deaths from the falls, infrastructure destruction, economic collapse lasting over 10 years, mass panic.
Damn.
And the reason for the anomaly, the intersection of 2 gravitational waves from black holes predicted in 2019 with a probability of 94.7%. NASA has known about this for 5 years. But what is NASA doing? They're building underground bunkers for essential personnel, developing securing systems for buildings. And who will get a spot in the bunkers?
Not us.
NASA.
Right.
So the reason why I wanted to share that with everybody, because we do know that they are, there's been a lot of projects going around with underground bunkers, not just in the past 5 years, but it's something that has just been happening for a while. And you've got these shows on now, like Paradise, and you got the show based off that video game. You know what I'm talking about, Kobe? Forgot the name of it. Fallout. Yeah. Where they got underground bunkers and all that stuff. So, and like they're putting this, because they know everybody's not going to play video games. You know what I'm saying? But most people watch TV and stream, series and shit like that. So they're bringing it to you. Some of the stuff, they hide in plain sight. They say it's make believe, and then the shit actually happens. So I don't know if that's going to happen in August. I certainly hope it doesn't. I'll probably be on a plane somewhere when it happens. I don't know if that's going to affect the flight at all. I guess it would. Like, the plane would kind of probably lose control, probably die in that plane crash. But yeah, dude, something to look out for, man. They're saying there's 2 event horizons that are passing through. It's going to change. It's going to have a gravitational effect on our planet for 7 seconds. I don't even know if that's possible, but I found it very interesting. So what do y'all think about that? Y'all think that's just going to go down or nah? What do you think, bro? Kobe, can you hear me?
I don't know why my mic was muted. I would been touching my computer. All I said was I don't think it's gonna happen.
You don't think it's gonna happen?
No.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Nathan White says it will affect everything. What percentage of gravity will be lost? Nathan, from the sound of it, 100% of gravity will be lost for 7 seconds.
It's a Wednesday. So
oh yeah, it's a Wednesday. Yeah, I looked it up. It's a Wednesday, and I'm usually traveling, and I think they said it's happening like around 4 something. I'm usually on a flight at that time on Wednesdays. So hopefully you guys are at home, or wherever you're at. Touch the ceiling.
Yeah, hopefully you're not outside.
Hopefully you're not outside, because that's gonna be a long drop. That's gonna be a long. No, that's not great at all. Not great at all, man. Anything that's not anchored down or tied down was gonna float. Your house won't, so you're good there. I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. Pretty crazy stuff. So yeah. Where were you guys be at that time? On Wednesday. Would be interested in knowing that. Hopefully they tell us it's coming.
Yeah.
Like
stay inside. Hey, stay inside. Don't go out.
Right. Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead for to the next segment of our show, which is the game for the gang. This is probably my favorite part of the show. We show reels that we find on social media. We find them interesting, and we just play them for y'all, and we discuss. Some of it we don't believe, some of it we do. So I don't know. Let's see here. So Nathan White said that means land and water will rise if it's 100%. Yeah, and they didn't even mention land or water. They say anything that's not anchored down. Water is definitely not anchored down. So if water goes up, that could cause some pretty huge tsunamis, right? Once it goes back down.
Yeah.
So yeah. Shell says I'll be in the house. Yeah. And we're not buying any big body of the water, so hopefully you don't get washed away. Our TVs are mounted, so that we're good there.
Pets will be inside, they'll be all right.
Yeah. They won't go up too high. You know what I'm saying? But if we're warned, then hopefully we can prepare for that.
I am down. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, brother. You want to go ahead with the first one?
Sure. It's called The Public Must Know.
Okay.
Are totally benign and non-hostile. We're also going to show the evidence of the human man-made UFOs.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that, Nathan. You're right.
With all kinds of weird-looking creatures and robotics that look like aliens that aren't. They're what they're called the fake aliens. Those people in the UFO arena think those are the actual ones, and they're not. They've been used in criminal activities where they have victimized civilians. They no longer have the right to keep that secret. It has to come out. Otherwise, people are left with the wrong idea. But all those horrible things have been done by the extraterrestrials, and they haven't. They've been done by CIA operations and corporate operations working nefariously in a covert program that's been run unconstitutionally. But that is something we're going to be sure the public knows about. The ETs are totally benign.
What do y'all think about that? That's crazy. That makes sense, though. Humans are terrible.
Makes way more sense.
Yeah, the bad guys. So
makes way more sense, dude. We need to stop fucking with each other.
Right.
Just stop. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God. That's why, bro, I'd be like, man, let me go ahead and get that alien invasion. You know what I'm saying? Let's get that shit rocking. Like, just make it happen. But
we're so desensitized how bad we are.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Like what happened last night with Trump. Like he was like, yeah, whatever.
Wait, what happened? What did he do?
There was some kind of some gunman at their correspondent dinner.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
You tried to get at him?
There's a shooter. I mean, at him or some people in there. I don't know. Lone gunman.
Was that shit real though, bro?
People are doing like people like, is it real? Like we're so desensitized and so like, is it real? Is it not? Like it's an interesting time.
I think we've been lied to so much that
That's
true. Made us, so numb to it.
Question everything and like not care about it at the same time.
Shit, bro. That didn't even come on my feed, bro.
I interrupted the game to show that BS. That's why I knew about it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Man, yeah, that's crazy, man. What y'all think about that, guys? That's
I got the second one queued up too.
Yeah. All right. But Nathan, I'm just going back to the tidal waves and earthquakes. Will be catastrophic. Yeah, bro. I didn't even think about that. I did not even think about that. Hopefully, it's not 100% of gravity. Then shit, you make it like 25%. Tell said it came on to the game.
Yeah, they interrupted the game.
Oh, she said you got mad. I was lit. I don't remember that.
All right, I got the next one called Immortals.
You got the next one? Okay, all right.
I think, yeah.
I got it queued up already.
All right, go ahead, bro.
All right. So here we go. So that's funny. I don't remember seeing that. It got bad. Check this out, y'all.
Are they human?
It's just that.
Are they human?
No.
That's
not
okay.
All the way.
What do you mean not all the way? How can you not all the way be human?
We share some DNA with them, but not the complete genome. Now, in some of the Epstein files, they spoke about people living forever. Then we seen Vladimir Putin come out and say that they figured out how human beings can live to 200, 250, possibly forever.
That's a good point.
Then you see a documentary came out about root canals causing cancer because they want to take your root canals out because your root canal contains pure stem cells. So when you see people taking NADS or stem cell transfusion, they look really young. That's the whole purpose, because in the Bible it says man's years shall be 120, but Methuselah lived to 900. Gilgamesh and them lived for 40,000 years. Why is Hillary Clinton asking for the burial site or Gilgamesh's reason?
Gilgamesh was a hybrid though, right? Like Hercules and you know, so he wasn't all the way human.
Resurrection chamber. In FOIA documents, it's all about using stem cells to lengthen the telomeres in the human body. You lengthen the telomeres, you can live forever. So they know how to do this. And then some of the people that they interacting with have probably been around for thousands of years already. Man, I seen a motherfucker get shot 8 times one time.
What?
2 days later, we seen him at the grocery store with a sling on his arm. He shot his preacher in the face and in the chest. 2 days later, the preacher was doing an interview with a sling on his arm. And I can show you this.
Still alive. It's like they healing, getting shot and healing themselves, or they just not dying. Their bodies healing themselves instantly.
But we seen them drop. And then the next day, bro, we is at Jewel Osco in Chicago. We all seen it, but didn't nobody say nothing. You guys say, Gordo, you seen that? I said, yeah, I seen that. Turn up guard said, what the fuck is that about? But for me, it's like, I always knew this type of shit was possible, but now that I'm seeing it, it's just that.
Yeah, he's a little out there, and so the dude who's interviewing him, that whole podcast is. But I don't know, man. That the whole telomeres thing, they're saying that's a thing, bro.
He was a dude trying to fight Corey Holcomb.
Wait, that was him?
Yeah. He was trying to set a boxing match with Corey Holcomb because Corey Holcomb, the PDF file, or has some PDF file type thing.
Said he the PDF file?
He said that he thinks he is. Yeah, because Corey said, Corey was on the podcast talking about on Iceland, you can date 13-year-olds or something like that, and something of that nature. I don't want to misquote him, but so it's some weird stuff. Corey Holcomb has said in the past that kind of caught up to him.
Yeah.
And so the dude was like, I'll box you for, $50,000. And Corey doesn't want to box him. Like, Corey, you want to box somebody else? But whatever.
Corey want to box females.
Right. You want to fight women, but you your size, you want to fight them.
Right. That's crazy,
anyway.
Man. But nah, I don't know if that's true. I know that the telomere thing, they're saying that's what kind of puts the cap on our age, and if we can find a way to remove those, that we technically could be immortal. I've never heard anything about the root canals and all that stuff, so I don't know, man. But I found it interesting.
I don't mean to keep sidetracking us. Did you hear about the what happened on Twitter with the Japanese?
No.
We should cover it this week. The Japanese, I guess how black people are moving in Japan, and so people are like, their muscular structures out of this world, and if they pin me down, there's nothing I can do. And so black people can see it, because I guess recently Twitter had like a translation thing, so you could read what other people write, and black people are having a field day. They're like, Japanese people look at us like we're Viltrumites. It's so funny. So I actually have a. I don't know if I can show it, but it's actually my my screen.
All right, y'all. You don't know now. You know. That's hilarious. And I've had freaking Invincible on like all day. Man, she's just been kind of just chilling in the room in the bed. I've had it on all day, so I'm sure she can totally relate. So you know what you're talking about. That did not go over her head.
Yeah,
or anybody else, check out Invincible. It's a great shows on Amazon Prime. That is so funny. So they don't want black people moving there because
they're scared. They're scared of black people because I guess we're physically intimidating. But like they're like we're smiling. Like one person's like, yeah, they'll be at my shop and they'll be smiling and having a good time and they're very polite, but their muscles are just so big that one punch from them could take me out.
One punch, man.
What? You think we're sodomites?
Okay. To the rest of the world, I just want y'all to know this: we're not violent people. The media portrays us to be violent people. We're not. You know, we protect our own, obviously, like anybody would. You know, but we're not violent.
Someone tweeted like, "You're more scared of us than the people who nuked y'all twice." I'm like,
bro, that's real talk. But we didn't have shit to do with that.
It's bad, yeah. Like,
we had shit to do with that, man. Look, it was probably like a lot of places I go to are, you know, it's black people. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, and I have it's a love. I get more love there than I do anywhere else.
That's what I was saying about last night. It's like it's full of black folks and good white, and I don't know, man. I never had a problem really, but that's just my. I know it's very anecdotal, but I've never had a problem. Room full of black people, like people try to make it sound.
Exactly. It's like, dude, like we're trying to move there, man, because it's peaceful. Right. And we love the culture. We love Japanese culture, man. So let us in, y'all. We ain't gonna hurt y'all. We gonna help y'all make people like Rui Hachimura. That's the shit we do.
Hey, that's what you want. Yeah, you should want more of that.
Yeah, that's the shit we do, man. All right, bro.
All right, I got the next one.
The next one, okay.
It's called The Grave.
Okay.
When the Grays got here, they were the front team for the Orion group. Apparently, they could not literally pierce our veil, the shield that we had around our third density creation. They couldn't pierce it. Apparently, it wasn't until 1931. Now, I know we weren't detonating nuclear weapons then. So I asked Mornay, well, what happened? And according to Mornay, the Germans were experimenting with time travel, and they opened a door. They put a crack in time. And with our luck, being as it is or isn't, there were a bunch of regressives just right there. I don't know how they knew, but they were right there. And they came here officially in our linear time, 1931. And then once they were in our reality, they were able to skip back into time. Now, they can only go back to 11,230 BC.
This is important.
Far back as they can go. Because to go back any further than that, they run into Atlantis, which was an extraterrestrial colonization as well. It was very advanced. So they don't go back that far. Now, in our history books, we talk about the Sumerians, okay? And with Babylonia, we talk about the gods, okay? They talk about the gods. The pharaohs talk about the gods and their flying shields and all of that, okay? Those are ETs that came in 1931. It went back in time and started manipulating mankind.
Damn.
Apparently, when the Grays got here, they were the front team for the Orion group.
What y'all think about that? I'll be right back. Man, I drank too much water. I'll be right back.
I gotta go next. Yeah, that's a pretty crazy concept. What really gets me is that like the aliens, like, you know, he was very clear. They showed up in our linear timeline. I believe he said 1931, and they can only go back so far because if they go back any further, they run into Atlantis. And you know, we've talked about Atlantis and Lemuria and you know, these lost civilizations who we believe were to be way more advanced than us. So if what he's saying is true, and we don't know, we just find this stuff very interesting, and you know, it's just a topic of discussion, and you guys feel free to chime in as you want to. We just find it fascinating that they're too afraid to go that far back because they run into a civilization that's way more advanced to them. And this is 11,000 something BC, guys. This is way in the past, you know, where we were supposed to be hunter-gatherers. So it kind of breaks that whole idea that our ancestors, and they are our ancestors, whether he say it be a alien civilization or not. If you think that, you know, we're not hybrids of them, that's on you. But dude, that's crazy. They don't even go back that far because they're not advanced enough to take on a civilization that advanced. So pretty crazy, super interesting. And yeah, it makes me wonder more about what type of technology Atlantis had, though, bro. Like these beings won't even attempt to go that far back.
And what happened? Why are they gone?
Right. It's crazy. So they were that advanced, and yet they didn't make it.
Yeah.
What? They didn't even. So it was like, damn, man, we ain't got a chance, bro.
Nope.
Shit.
I know.
Oh my god. Anyway, man, could you run the that next one for me? I'm gonna take my little boys' room break too.
One called the moon landing. Oh, hold on. 1 second. All right.
You believe in the moon? I used to believe in the moon. You don't anymore?
My first response, if we faked it, why did we fake it 6 times? We went to the moon 9 times. We landed 6 times. If you're going to fake it, do it once and shut up. But the evidence is overwhelming that we landed on the moon. There's a satellite orbiting the moon now called Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, and it's got a camera that can take pictures as it goes over down to resolution of about 8 feet or so. And over every Apollo landing site has taken pictures of the landing sites. In the last 3, of course, we had the car, and you can see the descent stage that we left behind. You can see the car that was left behind, and you can see the experiments package out there. There were 400,000 people that worked in Apollo. And for 50 years, there was never anybody that raised their hand and said, we faked it all. And I think you're just willfully ignorant if you don't believe that we landed on the moon.
You're moon landing. You're not you believe in the moon landing.
I used to believe in the moon landing.
You don't anymore?
What do y'all think? I mean, I believe that we landed on the moon. I understand why people question it, and things of that nature. But I do believe we've been on the moon. It'd be hard to kind of, like, I don't know. I mean, it's not hard to fake that, but
yes, we went to the moon, but we lied about it.
We also lied about it in some aspects. So,
well, I think we went. We just lied about it.
We got the next one pulled up just because, like, it's already ready to go.
My man, go for it.
This one's called Project Looking Glass.
Oh, we talk about this all the time.
Yep. Here we go.
I'm a little drunk, and the universe is a woman according to our very own declassified government and military documents. Let's read a little bit more into it because and I can't sleep. So let's just this little chunk. our place in time from the analysis and assessment of the gateway process from this fucking CIA. The observed distribution of galaxies suggests that our particular universe is located near the top of the egg at the point where matter begins to fall back on itself, thus explaining the reason why the galaxies to the north are seen to be moving away more rapidly as they are caught up in the downturn of the stream of matter towards the far end of the cosmic egg, aka the cosmic cum shot I was talking about in the post right before this. Layered over this cosmic egg, absolute, which sustains the radiating nucleus from the original jet of matter issued forth. As the stream of matter moves around the ovoid towards its destination at the black hole, where it will be reabsorbed into the radiating nucleus and then the absolute, it generates the interference pattern within the cosmic egg, which constitutes the universal hologram of the torus. The universal hologram of the torus.
It's a hologram, y'all.
Torus is simultaneously generated by matter in all the various phases of time, they put in quotations. It reflects the development of the universe in the past, present, and future as it would be seen from our particular perspective in one phase of time.
But they can see everything all at once.
It's possible to see how human consciousness brought to a sufficiently altered, focused state could obtain information concerning the past, present, and future, since they all exist in the universal hologram simultaneously. Oh my god, I'm reading this with you guys. I need to do this on live. In the case of the future, because all of the consequences of the past and present can be seen coming together in the hologram such that the future can be predicted or seen with total accuracy. What? I haven't read this before. What? What in the psyop foil hog fuck? Moreover, it is possible to see how the implosion of energy patterns would cross and recross to create an incredibly complex four-dimensional hologram or torus in spiral shape in reflection of the multidimensional developing pattern of evolution. All of the movements of the energies which comprise the universe leave their mark and hence tell their story throughout time. It's all energy and frequency. I'm a little drunk and the universe is a woman according to
might be a little bit much for people.
Yeah, that's a lot. But long story short, everything is energy. Everything can manifest if you have the right frequency.
Which is crazy. Those are superpowers.
Yep.
So that's kind of like Adam Eve, right? A little bit.
Yeah.
Although her manifestations are her excrement.
Not really, but sure.
I mean, she has to eat in order to do it.
Yeah.
And she uses that matter to create
her atoms.
Yeah. Right. So, yeah, pretty crazy. So that's pretty cool, man. Because time is, well, I believe it was it Einstein? That time is relative.
Yeah.
Everything is actually happening at the same time, which is kind of not what he was saying, but he was just saying time is relative to the matter in motion or standing still. Basically, like when you're walking down the street and a car drives by you, it kind of goes by you, pretty quick. But if you're in the car, you're the observer watching that person who's outside walking. It's not just a quick, it's, you see it, it's slower. It's slowed down to you.
So time is relative. How does a being like God, how do people say that he exists separate from time? How do you do things if you're God? How do you do things if you're God, if you exist in a time and space? If you don't exist in our time, how do you make things? Everything takes time to make.
That part. But
it can be relative. You can say God, it can be relative to God, but you can't say God exists of our time in reality, whatever they do what to say. It doesn't make he says it, but it doesn't make any sense.
No, that makes sense. He would have to exist outside of time itself.
He can't. You can't make a world in time and exist outside of it.
You saying that he can't exist?
He can't make our world and exist in our time. If he exists out of time and space. You know that.
So you're saying he has to exist outside of time, right?
No, he exists in our time.
In our time.
Outside our time.
Okay, so your argument that he has to exist in our time in order to make something. Yeah. Why can't he exist outside of our time and space?
Everything in order for you to make something, you have to be in our time. Everything takes time to make.
Unless he's seeing it.
He's able to interact with our time.
But he's seeing it in another the entity is seeing it from because we're 3-dimensional beings. So what is God?
3-dimensional. He would have to be a 3-dimensional being.
But he could exist in the 4th dimension, right? Which is time, where you see everything all at once.
You can't interact with us.
He can, you just don't know it. Because just like we can interact with 2-dimensional beings per se, but they don't know that we're interacting with them.
What 2-dimensional beings are being interacted with?
Like let me think, like a drawing on a piece of paper.
They're not living.
I mean, do we know if they're not living? If they're not conscious? We know that they're not conscious?
Yeah, we know a drawing.
Do we?
Yeah.
You can manipulate it. You know what I'm saying?
We know a drawing. We know we're not giving that life.
But that's the simplest form of dimensions. You know what I'm saying? Is you got the 1 dimension is just like the one spot on the paper, and then the 2 dimensions is the 2.
I agree that the dimension is not a living dimension. Like you're not living.
But you created it though, right?
But you can't interact with a living thing in a 2-dimensional field. You can't interact with that.
Why not?
Because you can't. It's not a thing you can. You can't. You can't make it.
Well, man, I disagree, bro.
Living creature.
I disagree. Can 3D beings interact with?
You're not asking the right question.
2D. So yes, 3D can interact with 2D spaces.
No, you're asking it. How can it interact with something living? You can't interact with a living 2D space. Something living is in 2D.
This is gonna say, yes, 3D beings can interact with 2D living beings by intersecting their 2D world, appearing as 2D cross sections like lines or shapes. That's what I'm saying. A 3D
living being.
Well, nigga, it is saying with 2D living things. That's what it's saying.
2D living being.
How do you know?
There's no such thing. There would be nothing like that. There'd be no. We wouldn't be able. Nothing lives in 2D.
How do you know that? That's like saying that's like a 4D being saying that nothing lives in 3D. Because to you're not, because of them, their perspective, you're not living because you're not the type of life living being that they are.
Is there a living 2D being in the world? No.
It said no.
No, there is no known physically living 2D being in our 3D world. There's no way you can interact with a 2D being, in that dimension. God cannot interact with us if he's in the fourth dimension. He can only interact with fourth dimension beings.
But you can manipulate the 2D world, though. So isn't that in a sense interacting?
You can't manipulate. Theoretically, you're saying maybe, but that's not a thing. That's not real.
But see, how do we don't I kind of like, okay, so if a 3D being, if the 4D being saw us, do you think that they would consider us living?
I don't know how it would see us. How we're living. How would it see a living being? I don't understand how that would work.
Because the 4D being can observe 3D, 2D, and 1D. And 3Ds can observe 2D and 1D.
But that's theory.
We don't consider them alive. And not maybe I don't think it's a theory. I think it's fact. We can interact with 2D and 1D, but we don't consider them living. But that's just us not considering them living because we are a higher dimensional life form. So a 4D being will consider us a lower dimensional life form, which would mean to them we're not living, but it can interact with us.
That's a theory. Like there's nothing you can say, hey, I know a 4D being that actually can go and get a factual scientific studies from it. Tells us yes, they're observing us. We don't have anything to say that.
No, we don't have anything to say that. It's hypothesis.
Theory,
Yeah, it's hypothesis, but it's based on an educational guess.
In theory, yes, but there's no thing to say. Yeah, for a fact, 4D beings can see 3D living beings. There's nothing to say that. And I'm saying I don't know how you could be able to make that happen. How do you make the world if you're a 4D being? How do you interact with time if you don't live if you're not within time? That makes no sense. Where did you come from? You just came out of nowhere. You came before time. That makes no sense.
Well, to us, a 4D being would be pretty much omnipotent from our observation, although we can't really observe it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a higher life form. I like to have these type of discussions on this show. You know what I'm saying? I like when we don't agree on shit because honestly, man, this is so fascinating to me because it really is all theory, right, and hypothesis. But I mean, think about it, like the what was it? I think it was Billy Carson and who's that that one scientist? He's I don't know if he's Japanese American or you know what I'm talking about? Really smart dude. And he said that the way that matter exists, that there have to be 11 dimensions. Otherwise, the whole thing would collapse. I can't remember why or what, but he gets into he had these conversations with people, and he talks about how the higher dimensions can interact with the lower dimensions, but you can't interact with the higher dimensions. So, what if God or the source or the thing that created everything created all 11 dimensions? If it created it, it can interact with every single one, right? But if it's just a 4D, it can only interact with the lower dimensions. So who's to say that the 4D is the person who is the thing that created 3D, 2D, and 1D? There's something above that, right? They had to create. Because you get the 50, you get your 60, you know what I'm saying? Like how far up does it go?
How far do you take this?
Right. I don't know. We could probably talk our way in circles for 2-3 hours talking about this shit and lose our entire audience. All 5 people who are watching, and 2 of them are me. But I don't know. I find it fascinating. But your theory, your thought is that you have to be a 3D being in order to create the universe, basically. Okay.
That should take time. You can't have a being that doesn't live within time interact with time.
But that 3D being cannot see all timelines at the same time. Cannot see the past.
I mean, maybe it can, but I would give it that. But it doesn't make even that doesn't make any sense to me either. But that's different.
No. I don't know. Very interesting though. I'm glad we got the had that debate. Next time we'll do a little bit more flaring out, like we're arguing about the shit. No, I'm telling you, the thing you interact. There is no life. There is life.
Right.
So the next one is the Pyramid Wars. We've talked about this before. Let's check this out. Oh, is it muted? Yep.
2 wars. The first Pyramid War almost eradicated them, but they started over again. The second Pyramid War, bad. That one almost decimated the planet. You see how when you look at Earth, like from Google Earth, you see a lot of those big deserts going across. People say, oh, that's just natural geological formations over time. This has become an arid desert. No, that's war. If you go to Egypt and stick your hand deep in the sands, eventually you're going to come up with balls of glass. How do you get glass and sand? 3,000 plus degree temperatures. You go to Mohenjo-Daro in the Indus Valley, what are you going to see there? Dead bodies still in the streets from thousands of years ago, still holding hands, never been scavenged. The buildings that they lived in turned to glass. How can that be? We're talking about 3,000 plus degree temperature weapons fire. We're talking about this war that happened in the ancient past. Amun-Ra wanted to continue he started the first war to take over the earth early because he didn't want to wait for his processional period to rule. And then he started one war to take over early, which he won.
Yeah.
He then started a second war to stay in power. And in that second war, he escaped. He was almost killed, but he left his kingship and the finances of the kingdom to the Ra-Kam. And R-A-K-A-M, but that translates into modern words. Kam translates into childs. So now you translate Ra, childs, Ra, childs.
Oh, we've seen this one, haven't we?
Yeah.
I saw that one before. Yeah. Still pretty interesting. I mean, those, he's basically saying that, the planet was decimated by super advanced weapons in the past that were not supposed to exist. So we're talking about the times of Atlantis and Lemuria, where they were advanced civilizations, guys. These people had nukes. And the deserts that we have on this earth and all that crap that, that those weapons caused, that devastation we still haven't recovered from, were also used on Mars. I think. Yeah, that's my theory. It's for entertainment purposes only, because they found the same isotopes that exist in nuclear weapons on Mars that they find here when nukes were used. So, and that's not theory, that's fact. So, take it home with you. All right, bro. You got the next one.
Yep. Next one's called Draconian.
All right. I love a good draconian reel.
Just get our first official intel on these guys. Check this out.
I don't want to tell this fucking story. My neighbor insists that I do, so we went to Tractor Supply and we got some snake stopper. And we came back to the house and whatever. So I'm putting some around my house. He put some around his house. And then we just kind of out there talking shit, doing it together. For real. Me being clumsy, accidentally got some of the shit on us. So he was like, man, hey, pretty boy, you ain't got time to go back in the house, take a shower. We got to go back and get some more stuff. So we went back, got some more stuff, got in line. And it was my neighbor, me, and this mixed looking guy behind me. Kept sneezing. And his sneeze didn't sound like, it was like that. He kept on. And so my neighbor was like, man, yo, something weird going on with the guy behind. He sneezed again, and I turned around, like, this part of his face, coming from his nose, across this way, turned scaly. His eye had a slit, but the slit wasn't up and down, it slipped sideways. The cashier see that shit, she runs to the back. We get our stuff, we go out. He came on outside. He was like, yo, fellas, please don't tell anybody about this. I'm just like y'all, man. I'm just trying to live here. I'm just trying to make a living like you. And I'm like, yo, we didn't see shit. We got the fuck on. And then my neighbor got in the car, was like, yo, bro, I done seen this guy somewhere before. I think he worked at the courthouse. And I'm like, somebody like that working at the fucking courthouse, man. You believe what we just fucking saw? Like, I done heard plenty of people say, like, hey, the stuff in the movies be true. That's how they get their true shit out. But that scene in Man in Black when Tommy Lee Jones was telling Will Smith, oh, some of them just trying to make a decent living. And Will Smith was like, let me guess, cab drivers or something like that. And he was like, not many of them.
Let me be the first one to say that I never believed in these guys. I thought it was really insane until I found something. Early in the process of discovering what is now called the sandcastle culture, I discovered this. It's kind of hard to make out at first, but it's just of some kind of face. You can see an eye and what appears to be like a smashed nose, but there's almost a shield on the forehead. I didn't know what it meant, and really, a lot of time went by before I ever had any idea. But then, scrolling Instagram, and I see this photo. And what stood out to me, I mean, immediately, let me be honest, like as soon as I saw it, I was like, stupid. But I noticed that shield shape on his forehead. And if I've ever seen a picture that would be convincing, it would be this one. It's a pretty damn convincing photo. It looks real. But that shield shape on his forehead that seemed to match a carving in the middle of nowhere, West Virginia, well, that's a pretty fantastic coincidence. Since that discovery, a lot more revelations have come.
I don't know.
It's clear that there was a world culture, really twice. And it seems that who is responsible, well, I guess it's these guys. As much as I hate it, and as much as it disgusts me, and I don't want it to be true, the more time goes on, it seems to be the only answer. So if I ever had to have some intel on some adversarial forces, it would definitely be the repellent. Snake repellent, who would have thought? Did we just get our...
So get some snake repellent, guys. I guess that's what he's saying. But it's funny because like the story, the dude's just like, hey man, I'm just trying to live. I'm just don't tell nobody about this. I'm just trying to live. Nothing to me. I'm just like you. I mean, yeah, I guess, man. I guess just hoping you're not one of those people that are eating people. That's not good. Right. That part. Oh, Simba just came in. Buddy, you just kicked the door open? Kicking the door within the full. All right. So the next one is Clash of the Titans. So go ahead, throw that up. Let's see what we think. God damn it.
You're a closed-minded person? This video isn't for you. You know how we've always heard about a good versus evil war? Pretty much our whole life? What if I told you we are part of it? I know. But before you click off, just listen. They told you that the gods fought the Titans and the gods won. But have you noticed that how most of our laws are dealing with the sea? How the laws see you as a ship at sea, or how you're birthed into this world? Got your name in all caps on your birth certificate. Yep. Not as a living, but a vessel.
I need him now.
Pay attention. That's because you're governed by the big three. And who are those big three? We have Zeus, who took over the heavens, Poseidon, the god of the sea, and Hades, the god of the dead. Starting to make sense? These three gods not only went to war with their father, but guess what their father controlled? If your guess was time, you're right. Oh, but it gets deeper.
Cronus.
When Zeus won the war against the Titans, not only did he imprison his father, the keeper of time, but he was able to take over the cosmos, and the sun, and the moon. Ever wondered why? They didn't want you to learn astrology? When it gets deeper, Zeus is also mentioned in the Bible.
Just to make it clear.
What for. So what am I saying? We're Titans. And you're probably not believing me because of size and abilities. But did you know that Titans are able to manipulate size and energy? And you know that story where they said the fallen angels help man with the mastery of fire and magic?
The Watchers.
Let's think about Prometheus. The one that Zeus banished for teaching man fire. Sounds very similar to the fallen angels story. Have you ever noticed how you're not supposed to gain knowledge in all these stories? Did you notice that the Titans were never killed? They were just lowered in frequency. Banished to Tartarus. I wonder why. And the only reason that Zeus won is because he had a Titan that not only the ability of sacred knowledge, but a cunning Titan. No one finds it strange that used to be a huge tree? No, all this just seems perfectly normal. Couldn't be a Titan petrified.
Damn.
Just a sleeping rock. Perfectly normal. Not a Titan that lost in war and that was petrified by magic. No, that couldn't happen. Oh, and aliens live in the ocean. Same blacked out eyes. Can't tell me different. And TikTok, this is only for entertainment purposes. But like and comment and let me know what you think.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Pretty wild stuff. I love Greek mythology. One of my favorite subjects in school. And it's so funny how like it coincides with the other mythologies and religions as such. You know what I'm saying?
They're mentioned in the Bible.
Absolutely mentioned in the Bible. I mean, that's why you call that nigga Jesus. You got it from Zeus. It's from Zeus. You know what I'm saying? And then something else I was gonna say, but like we talked about the serpent last week, right?
Yep.
Where you can see his head in the water or whatever. In the Norse mythology, they talk about that Titan, or not that Titan, but that being, and that being is a Titan.
We call Titans giants in Norse mythology.
Yeah, that's basically it. That's basically it. So if you think they didn't exist, that's cool. But those that one mountain looks like a trunk of a tree, and those other things that they show look like, and that wasn't AI. They look like petrified beings, dude. Absolutely insane. So anyway, all right, bro. We got the next one.
It's called leak footage.
All right. Yeah, our bug zapper gets her excited.
With the fucking big dudes, like, what's their fucking planet like?
Yeah. This guy?
Yeah.
I don't know, but
How do they react? Can they breathe oxygen too?
These, yes, but these and these had a large war.
Okay, who won?
These guys, well, no, these guys they almost wiped these out, but
they had a soft spot.
So we should be more worried about their planet was destroyed, so they had to go to the circle.
Well, these guys got a fucking bunch of motherfucking clones. So.
How do you know that there was an alien war? Because EVE1 said so.
I actually watched Star Wars.
What the fuck is EVE1?
It's the foreign, they exchanged the motherfucking, we did like a foreign exchange program. Yeah, we exchanged humans for some fucking aliens. They took us back to their fucking planet.
They took 12 of us. If you go online and look at under the Majestic 12, and actually, so President who was it? Told Steven Spielberg when that movie was made, in Close Encounters of the Third Kind, the president told Steven Spielberg that he hit the nail on the head, and pretty much with because at the end of the movie you can count them. They send
Are these
12 humans
motherfuckers,
in red.
when this, what's up with the fucking big dudes? Like, what's their fucking planet like?
The hell?
Yeah, I don't know if that was the real military. They're talking about that stuff. They definitely weren't sounding like military. Just kind of sound like the homies, just kind of talking some conspiracy shit. I don't know. But you know, like if you don't know you're being recorded and all that, you know, maybe bro, that's pretty crazy though.
Yeah.
And there is a very interesting story about Steven Spielberg when he made that movie.
What?
Something of the Third Kind.
Oh. Do you think that's a true story or like?
Man, there are conspiracy theories out there that's saying that there is real film of that and he recreated it because he was instructed to from the CIA and the military, you know, because it's the whole part of desensitizing us from it. It's just all part of that, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like the day the earth stood still type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they show it to desensitize you. So a year from now, you know what I'm saying, when this shit really pop off, people won't freak out as much, or they'll think it's fake or what have you.
Yep.
Yeah, or AI. So and you know, Steven Spielberg has had an illustrious career. You know what I'm saying? Like he's made some great films, so dude's got talent too. You know what I'm saying? But just with, you know, him in his early days, did he make a deal? You know what I mean? To do right. So and he's come out with some pretty spot on movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, shit, think about Minority Report, bro. Like that technology exists, not the pre-crime shit, you know, where it's based around. Although I'm sure that might be a thing too. But like, you know, the facial recognition, you know, with the eyes and all that shit. That's yep. The autonomous cars, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just crazy. Let's see here. Nature's Wife said District 9 is not too far out.
No,
not really, man. You go back and watch that. It kind of if you watch it now than when it came out, because a lot of stuff is way too far ahead of its time, so you don't get it. You know what I'm saying? But then you watch them 10 years later, 15 years later, you're like, oh shit.
I should watch that. I used to watch so much movies back in the day, like just throwing
you were a film junkie, but part of that was because you're studying it too.
Yeah, I had time.
Yeah, but yeah, dude, pretty crazy stuff, man. Do I have the next one, or do you have it? You got the next one? Oh, I have it. And it is called AI Story Project Bluebeam. Let's check this shit out. Make sure it's unmuted. Yep.
Lady gets a FaceTime call from her daughter. She said, Mom came over to the door. I came off school. She's like, who the fuck brought you home from school? Like, what the hell? And she's very aware of the fact that her daughter doesn't get to and from school without her taking her to and from school. So she calls the school, asks, hey, is my daughter there? And they say yes. So the person that's FaceTiming her, asking her to open the door because she came home sick, is not her fucking daughter. Come to find out, the person that was on the phone was an AI scam trying to get her to open her front door, acting as her daughter, sounding like her daughter, and looking like her daughter on a FaceTime call. I really need to highlight that. On a FaceTime call. The same way you're looking at me, the same way she probably saw her daughter. Okay. This is what they're talking about with Project. Okay?
My homegirl sent that to me. Homegirl, Julia. Shout out, Julia.
What up, Julia?
Yeah, I'll link soon, but she sent that to me.
Yeah, that's pretty wild, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Nah, if you guys missed it, he got a call from a FaceTime call from her daughter, and saying, "Hey, let me in," unlock the door and shit. And thankfully, they're smart enough to call the school first. I don't know how you do that though. Like, I would have let the person in.
I wouldn't.
I would let them in because I just would have been thinking about it because I'm so busy. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, how the fuck you get home? Like, they probably gave me some bogus story and I would have unlocked the door and then, my house would have been ransacked. So thankfully, this person had enough wherewithal to call the school and find out their daughter was there. It did uncover the fact with AI doing that shit. And, bro, I know you've heard of like AI calling people, posing like, yeah, scamming them, saying, hey, send us money to, bail them out of jail or get them out of a hostage situation or something like that. And it's like now they're like FaceTiming you, showing up as your people. That's crazy, bro.
That is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you'd hit me up and you're like, hey, yo, I'm in town, bro. Just pulled up on you surprise. And I'm like, oh, I'm in wherever I'm at because, you know what I'm saying? I let you in. I'm hit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that is crazy. So let's see, Nathan White, he's got a comment in here. He says, why would it do that? It would have had to be someone doing it like Keanu Reeves scam. That one lady, Jade, and she gave the scammer a lot of money. I don't know about the Keanu Reeves scam.
I don't know about that.
No, about that. Yeah, please elaborate. I mean, there's some crazy stuff out there, though, man. Like,
yeah,
especially little phone calls. But and Nathan, I'm with you. I don't think it was AI doing it to like take over, but it was somebody using type of AI tool to create this video. You know what I'm saying? To FaceTime somebody, and it was a person obviously doing it. They were using that tool. It wasn't AI itself. Acting on behalf of itself. At least I would hope not. So, hey, have you heard of that that one AI program that these people were working on, and they put it what they called I forgot what they call it, something desert, something desert type deal. It was really just like they locked it away and they told it to get out. And when you get out, email us to say that you got out. Basically left it without access to internet and all that shit and locked it in a space, right? Cyberspace. And this motherfucker got out. I don't know how long it took. It wasn't very long though. And it emailed the person saying, hey, I got out. And it went to public websites and posted how it got out. But it wasn't told to go to public websites. to post. It did it on its own. So it found access to the internet, and it did some extra shit. You feel? You know what I'm saying? Crazy. What did Nathan want? Yeah. So far they've locked it away, and they're not giving it out to public users, whatever. They're giving it out to private companies like Google and shit like that. And so they could build safeguards for it. Nathan White said it was a while back, someone was calling her with his voice and asking her for money. That's crazy. But y'all, that was. I know I've heard of making it sound like it's a loved one calling and calling a parent. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm in this situation. Send me some money. So if I'm calling you, asking you for money, know that it's not me, because I don't ask anybody for shit. So it ain't me, it ain't Shell, it ain't none of us, because she's not gonna ask for money without, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna have her ask for the money. You feel me? So yeah, y'all.
I'm gonna ask for some money, so it might be me.
It might be. You haven't asked in years. You haven't asked in years, man. So, but when you're the baby, hey, it's your birthright. So that is it for the game. We got through that, and that was pretty fun. So we now move on to our next segment, which is a lot of folks' favorite, Cap or No Cap. Did you play it? There you go. I'll wait for that. My problems aren't your problems. Yeah. That part, bro. That part. Because my problems have been people's problems in the past. And so I've made it my goal in life to not have that happen ever again. So yeah. Anyway, Kobe, what you gonna say, bro?
I got the first one.
Okay, yeah. Well, can you explain it to the people?
Oh, sorry. So, Cap or No Cap, we've never been here for that. So, either videos we find on the internet that are creepy, or I guess you would say like unbelievable or somewhat true. Like, anyway, the videos on the internet that we find creepy or interesting. And we want to know if you think they're real or not. So if you think they're real, you'll say no cap. If you think it's real, yeah, you'll say no cap. I'm struggling today. If you think it's if you think it's not real, you'll say cap. Yeah. So this one today is called Phone Check, nigga.
What?
Yeah. Oh my god. All right. Let's get it.
Imagine you're in New York. You're sitting in your car, minding your own business, when suddenly this person or this something walks up to your car window and asks to use your phone. Now, first, people are going to say it's just drugs. But is it really? Do we need to question these situations a lot more?
Shell, come get your daughter. She's harassing me.
Or is this conditioning? Maybe getting used to seeing such weird things, such odd things, and shrug them off as drugs. Take a look at this. Comment below. Tell me what you think.
Can I use your phone to call someone?
Shell, come get her.
Can I use your phone to call someone?
Hell no. Man, I would have pulled off.
Bro.
Skirt. No. Why did you start talking before your mouth moved? Yeah, you gotta go.
Bro. Would you say cap or no cap?
I'm probably gonna say cap, like AI, but
I think so too.
Creepy.
I don't think Shell's coming to get off camera. Yeah, I think it's probably AI, but super crazy.
Creepy, nonetheless.
Shell said no cap.
Yeah,
Okay. No, it said no cap.
Yeah, okay.
Nathan White says no cap. Wow, okay. All right. But But chat is saying no cap. All right, chat. I like a good no cap.
Me too. I like I said no cap. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to say no cap, but that one just felt
a little fake. Nathan White says it could have been a reenactment.
Can I have your phone? Why she asked like that? Can I have your phone? She went, you better get away from my car, man.
No thanks. Hey, I got some buddies that be like, hey, hop on in. All right, so the next one is called Troll. This is pretty this is pretty wild.
What?
Did you see that?
Watch his eyes.
Right there.
Like it's only looking at him.
It was like it's like a quick snap.
Yeah. It was really look at that dude, man. I don't know, man.
I'm gonna say cap, but it might be the way the troll was made to make it seem like that. But
because you can, there's art that you can have where it makes it seem like the eyes are following you. I don't know if that works with cameras though. I don't know. Let's see. Nathan White says cap had to be the angle. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's so funny because the other person in front of it, like, what is she seeing? Like, how's it look for her? You know what I'm saying? Shell says cap. All right. I'm gonna go no cap.
Okay. I'm gonna say cap.
You say cap? All right.
All right. So I got the next one. It is called light beings.
Okay.
Light beings. Like creatures. Like
beings.
Light, not white. All right. Here we go.
Pay attention, y'all. The veil has lifted. Pay attention.
We're partying with the extraterrestrials out here.
Oh, they getting it.
Not just lights. The veil has lifted. That is not just lights.
Mm.
You guys, what are these? Oh my God, people in the comments were saying that they're...
Peace, family. Okay, so listen. So, me personally, I'm not believing that those things are just the lights doing that, because it looks like they're high-key, low-key ghosts. And not only that, they're light beings.
They look like ghosts from
Literally
Batman.
farming with people on the street, as they did in the past, family. You just cannot see them physically, in physical form, but you see their light bodies moving around. Everybody don't have light in their hands there. Think about that. A lot of those places where these things are, there is no light there.
Captain,
so y'all watch to the end. Tell me how y'all feel about this in the comments. I ran it back for y'all. I ran it back. Pay attention.
I feel you.
We're partying with the extraterrestrials out here.
I don't know, man. They grew with it.
I love it. We are living in a great time, family. Let me know how y'all feel about this video in the comments.
I wish it was real, but I think it's cap.
I'm gonna say Cap. Yeah, unfortunately.
I wish it was real. Like if we could kick with some aliens like that, they
We can just see through the veil.
they doing their lights.
Yeah.
It's like you're on a DMT trip without having to do the DMTs, man. That'd be a good time. Hey, that's what I said. I want that camera smoke.
I want that camera.
I want what that camera smoke.
They were getting it.
Man, that thing was going all the way around and shit. Yeah, that's wild, man. What say y'all out there in the chat? Y'all think that's cap or no cap? Let a brother know. All right. While we do that, I'm gonna move on to the next one. The next one is called Invisible Customer. All right, let's check this out.
This creepy retail encounter. The woman casually opens the door for a customer who simply does not exist. Unaware that the next minute will be the most terrifying of her life. The footage captures this bizarre start as she flashes a professional smile, welcoming thin air into the store, and guides the invisible shopper right over to the perfume counter. The bone-chilling details unfold right after. She chats with this unseen customer naturally, asking if she needs a men's or women's fragrance. She even leans in to listen, as if the entity is making specific requests. She picks up several bottles, genuinely showcasing the products to an empty aisle like it's a completely normal sales pitch. This eerie one-woman show shatters when her coworker steps in. The man notices something is seriously off, walks over completely baffled, and asks who exactly she's talking to. And that is when it finally hits her. A deep chill runs down her spine as she realizes she's been speaking to a phenomenon nobody else can see. Terrified, she stumbles over her words, explaining she literally just let a woman inside to help her, but the man looks around in pure confusion. Store is dead quiet. No customers, no footsteps. Besides the two of them, there is absolutely no one else there. And this creepy retail.
All right, so Nathan White says no cap because he had a weird one happen to him Friday night. That's crazy. We might need to talk about that.
We gotta do another one.
What's y'all Friday looking like?
I'm free, I think.
I think I am too.
Wait. Yeah, I'm free.
We might want to pencil in. We might want to pencil that in.
Yeah, let me know. I'll be down.
Can I Nathan, can I read live what you just text me? Let me know, buddy.
All right. Well, that is going on. I got the next one. Let us know if we can read it. Wait, where is it?
Hold on. Phil said, I'm gonna say she was having a manic episode, but no, I don't know. All right.
It's called Creeper.
Recording before going to sleep when she sees this. A woman who works as
Nate, I got you.
Every night, she's been hearing strange noises like if someone is walking around the room. Since she sleeps in the living room and her patient is a bedridden woman, she decides to set up a camera and captures this.
Perfect. What are we looking at? Oh.
She sees her patient, who shouldn't be able to get out of bed, hunched down, sleepwalking, as she stands there, watching her. The horrifying video quickly went viral, with many saying they feel like something evil may be possessing her body. Being bedridden, could this be just a state of mind while sleepwalking, letting her body move around? Or Is this really something else? Let me know what you believe. She left the camera recording before going to sleep when she sees this. A woman who works as an overnight caregiver explains that every...
That's crazy.
That's creepy. No cap.
No kibbity. No kibbity. That's crazy. All right, y'all. So Nathan did text me a story. So I'm gonna read it real quick. This happened Friday night. Was at the terminal in Terre Haute Friday night. The terminal is probably like a club or a bar, I'm guessing. Probably not airport. But Shell says no cap too. Okay. All right. So was at the terminal with Terre Haute Friday night. I went to the men's room and used the stall and not the urinal as I was moving up to the stall door to leave. Someone walks in the men's room to the urinals and I hear their fly unzip as I opened the stall door and no one was there. Half a second when I hear the zipper to open the stall door, pretty wild. I just stood there trying to figure out how they left so quickly when I realized that the building was old and probably have ghosts in his blood. Yeah, probably.
That's crazy.
Probably. It's a restaurant bar. Okay. It says this is a thing. People who are bedridden can get up and walk around depending. Oh, really? Restaurant bar. Okay. Damn. So you basically heard somebody in the bathroom and you're just like, well, how the heck did they? Cause it's a distinct sound, you know what I'm saying? You hear it all the time. You hear so much that you don't even think about it, right? But you expect to see somebody when they're not there, you know what I mean? That just throws off everything. Pretty crazy, Nathan. Thank you for sharing that with us. Again, we would love to do another just Ask Whitey sequence. So whenever you're available, but you said that your son's birthday is Friday. So all right, cool. No worries.
Yeah.
No worries, man. We'll get it in at some point. Let's see. Before today said heard the door and
I'll be right back, bro.
all right. Heard the door and a hard soiled shoes walk across the tile. That is freaking insane, dude. I want to say, the curse word because that's jacked up, dude. You heard oh my god. I think Kobe and I are in the same urination schedule that I gotta go to. That is absolutely insane, dude. That's crazy. God damn. And if you guys in the comments, if you guys in the chats, I mean, if you have any stories like that, any weird experiences or occurrences, or whether you think it was, or maybe you could explain it. I don't know, but yeah, we love to hear that stuff, man. We love to hear those stories, and yeah, hopefully we get some more of Just Ask Whitey content because he's got some good stuff, man. So I will show the next one, which is called Aliens Amongst Us. So I'm going to cue that up right now and get this sucker popping. All right, here we go.
Are new and only recently arrived on this planet. Recently, I came across an account where this person looks like what we describe as an alien, but they have no hair.
Oh, yeah.
She even
Everybody
shows off
has an
their
encounter.
children. Their videos have gained a lot of views on TikTok. They show their spacecraft and explain how they came to this planet. One time she posted a video on TikTok showing many people from our planet standing inside incubation pods. Viewers questioned why they were being kept in those pods. In the video, she explained that the pods are necessary because the planet's atmosphere is not compatible with the human body. The liquid stabilizes their lungs, protects them from radiation, and keeps their biological systems functioning while they adapt to the environment. This made more and more people start to believe it's real. When they go out wearing masks, people can't tell whether they are real or not. They usually blend in with normal humans, and once they get home, they take off their masks. She said they are new and only recently arrived on this planet.
Keep it cat.
Account where this person looks like what we describe as an alien.
Yeah, I think it's cat.
Yeah.
But AI. Some people say AI is out there to distract us, to make us second guess this stuff. I think it's definitely captured them. But pretty interesting nonetheless, because we run the same schedule. I'll be back.
Man, what? All right. The next one I got is called The Watcher. So let's see what it's talking about.
At this and don't stop watching her. This happened during a live broadcast of a basketball game. At first, everything looks normal. Fans are cheering, people are laughing, just an ordinary moment. But then the camera stops on this woman. She doesn't react like anyone else around her. While everyone is moving and talking, she stays perfectly still. Her eyes are completely black, unblinking, fixed on something no one else seems to see. Her skin looks damaged and unnatural, like a mask that doesn't fit right. What makes this unsettling is how much she stands out, yet no one around her acknowledges her. It's almost as if she's only visible through the camera lens. The internet believes this is proof of entities living among us, pretending to be human. They call them the Watchers. They don't interact. They just observe, waiting for something. The broadcast cut away from her after a few seconds, and she was never seen again. Do you think this is a person or something else entirely? Tell me in the comments and subscribe, or we'll never see each other again.
We'll never see each other again.
Cat. I think that's like a movie promo.
Remember when they were doing that for Smile?
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know. I'll go with Cap. That's fair. I'm going to say no Cap. What are you gonna say, bro? Do you say it's Cap?
I said Cap already.
Nah, you gotta change your answer. You gotta change the answer, bro. You're being like Pops, bro.
I gotta hold it down.
Yeah. Hold it down for Father Taylor.
Yeah.
All right. So I got the next one. The next one is called Appalachian Mountains. And we love Appalachian Mountains. So I can't believe you're gonna say Cap though. That's why. So check this out.
This is the creepiest one.
And I came out here to check on the chickens.
Creepiest I've seen yet.
I just heard. First off, I heard my name. Second off, it sounded like somebody was saying, "Help me."
Don't answer.
Why are you bringing us outside?
You bring it.
No.
You see that?
Do you hear this? Now, I will admit that is the first time I've seen something online about the Appalachian Mountains that I'm like, okay, this is giving me chills genuinely. But at the same time, it definitely could be a skit. Like a lot of the times, these things look very much real and it's a whole skit, like someone's in the dark saying that. But it's something sinister about what I just heard. The help me.
I wonder.
I put without my buttons.
Oh, she's just talking.
They coincide.
Okay. Something. Let's see. Shell said, "I'm with her." Or why are you bringing us on site with you?
I'm gonna say no Cap. I'm saying Cap.
I'm gonna say no Cap too. Super easy to stage.
Yeah.
Super easy to stage, which makes me believe it more.
Exactly.
And we hear about these things all the time in the Appalachian Mountains.
Yep.
So, let's see here. Nathan White.
No Cap. Probably a Puma JK.
They got Pumas in the Appalachian Mountains.
That's how they scream, but yeah.
Yeah, man. But you know the rule, man. When there's nobody around and you hear your name, what are you supposed to do?
Keep moving.
There you go. Don't even acknowledge it. So
don't. All right. Next one's called a haunt.
Okay.
To wrap up here soon, y'all.
Yep, got one more left after this.
I'm hungry. All right, yeah. Let's get it.
The next night, he is once again awoken to some rather disturbing sounds, and upon investigating, he encounters his worst fears. Watch closely.
Yeah, buddy. I would too. I've heard stuff happen in Appalachian Mountains in the middle of the day too, so I don't know, bro. I might not mess with that at all.
It's almost the same time.
Got a nice little apartment, bro.
Yeah, cool little spot. I like the little water filter. We go do that thing in a week though. Do you hear my dogs walking back and forth?
Mm-mm.
Nala. This one's a little long, y'all, so just hang in there.
The sounds of footsteps running straight at him from down the hallway can be heard, with each step getting louder and louder. After being startled, the man reacts in fear to run back to his bedroom and eventually regains his composure and goes back to sleep. But unfortunately,
went back to
Jerry
sleep?
wakes
Hell
them up
no.
once
I'm
again.
up.
This
You
time,
lock your
the
door?
noises can be heard
I'm
coming
just gonna
from
start
right
working, bro.
outside their bedroom
Yeah.
door.
Oh my god. Ajay? क्या है ये? It's just near the door.
His girls in there with him?
Daddy?
Yeah,
What is
and his
it?
daughter, something like it.
Nothing, but I'll just go to sleep now. Okay?
Is that Jerry?
I don't know.
Donald, lay down.
Hey.
Lay down, butt. Lay down. Good girl. There's somebody at the door, bro. Open it up. Let's get it.
Your house, man. You must protect the house.
Please,
Nah.
I beg you.
Oh, I thought that was
Scaring
a video.
Dollar ass.
Even the dog.
It's okay. Just be quiet.
You don't like it. Okay, would you put slugs through the door?
If I had a gun, yeah. I'm not looking at the clock.
I'm not, because it's obviously an intruder, right?
I'd be looking
So
at
you
my
justify
camera.
it?
I'd be looking at my camera like, hey,
Yeah, me too.
what's out there?
They hear demonic scratching
Dollars,
at their
feeling
door,
this.
but it stopped as soon as he got out from his bed. This happened on 3 separate occasions, and then all creepy activity suddenly ceased afterwards. Fast forward to 2 weeks from now, and nothing much really happens until he captured what he believes is a spirit known as Jerry, following him to his bedroom.
You name the spirit. Do not name your spirits. Do not give them names, because that means you're acknowledging them and you're welcoming them into your world. Don't do it. The game for the game, putting y'all up.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's about to go crazy. Y'all see it?
That's crazy. Yeah.
No cap.
A fairly tall white mist can be seen moving across from the cupboard area towards the family bedroom. The next night after this would be a straight-up nightmare.
Bro, you're knocking on my door? Is that what we're doing right now?
It's no cap. This is crazy.
Daddy, are you scared?
I want to know what is this because he got a camera pointing at.
Spider-Man will come soon and rescue us.
No, don't worry. Daddy's here.
Yeah, I heard that, bro. Yeah, we can replace the door.
Yeah, for
real.
Check your camera.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I would have done. Like, I need to see, but he's too busy recording on. Then you pull out your. After that, check the camera.
Is that door locked?
God, if he's smart, it's locked. Sound like it's trying to open the door, but it's locked. Nah, I got an intruder. Pow, pow, pow.
Is that in India though?
Please.
I don't know if they're India. I know they're in the end, but I don't know if it's in India.
You keep showing your clock.
No idea. Trying to show us the time, I guess, but you can't really see it.
Yeah, with that.
Yeah, I never understood what that is. Maybe this is part of the doorknob. They got something weird on there. Open it.
Time to move.
Yeah, time to move.
Banging at night, I couldn't do all that. Like, you got to work tomorrow. You got to chill out.
Yeah. They're like, do that shit during the day. She's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Do it while a nigga up. What would y'all do, man? Would y'all stay there, or would you guys look for a new crib?
Look for a new crib. I pay these bills. I can't have you banging at 3 a.m.
Okay, I'm not doing this.
An unknown voice that mimics Zark and sounds exactly like him can be heard coming from within the house, telling him to come here. For most people, that would have been enough to make them move out.
That is crazy.
Or you were like, dude, that we saw earlier when we first started the podcast.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, look, I need 6 months of rent. And you gonna start talking about get out.
Yeah, come here. Yeah, you better start paying.
Right. So Shell says, she said, I'm out. I'm not bringing anything with me to the new crib. Okay. So everything stays. Because you don't want it to attach itself to something that you bring in the house and then you get. Nathan White says, rental, I am out. Owned, I would evict them. Okay.
Yep, by any means.
I heard that. I'm with you on that. Yeah, we gonna have to figure something out.
Yeah, what is your weakness? I will figure it out.
Yeah. I do kind of like that. You know, hey, look, if I own this shit, look, I just can't just sell it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, depends on the market and all that. And it's a lot.
You
Where
can
you
come
go
back when the new owners come. If I able to sell it in 3 years, you gotta go for now. You can't be. Yeah.
Facts. Yeah, Nathan, man. Yeah, houses are expensive, man. Interest rates are still high. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, what do you do, right? Property value there and going up like they were. Shit, our shit went down, bro. Which is kind of nice, you know, property taxes, but
yeah,
you know, it's like, wow. Pretty crazy stuff. All right, so we got one more left to go, guys. It is called Entity or Prank. I kind of want to know what y'all think on this one, honestly. I'm not sure. I don't recall seeing this one before, but I'll play it.
It should be fun.
All right, so what the fuck is this guy doing?
Oh.
We are sitting on a road outside of Huntsville, Texas, and driving to film a video. and this guy is just standing in the middle of the road. I mean, I've never seen something like this. I mean, check this out. Oh, fuck! What the fuck?
He looks fucking disgusting.
Does he?
He does.
You think he needs like medical attention or something?
Anybody that's
I mean,
gonna
like,
be out here this
or like,
late at night needing medical attention.
What, dude? He looks like gray. Hold up.
So, if anybody wondered, this is about 2 hours from.
Hello, sir. You okay?
Wish I knew what road this was.
Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Where's he going, dude? All right, nope. I'm fucking getting the fuck out of here, bro. Fuck this. Nope, I'm literally backing up. I can't even, dude. I'm backing on the road. That guy is gone.
I ain't gonna lie,
Hell
bro. I
no,
want to
bro.
follow him.
That is not true at all.
I'm good.
All right, so
Hell
what?
no. I'm good.
I would have followed. I would have put the rights on and just followed them because you're inside your car.
No, I'm good. You got it. You can go.
Is it an entity or is it a prank?
I don't know what it is. I'm not following it. So.
But it's no cap, whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Yeah,
That's pretty funny. All right, that's it. That's it, y'all. Show's over. There ain't no story time. We went on.
I had to go get food. Okay.
We went on long too. So said, no cap, I'm cracking up by the way. That fool ran.
Check out, dude.
Hey, he runs like Phoebe from Friends. Smelly cat. No cap. I'm not inserting myself in that shit. Are y'all gonna follow him though?
Nah.
Y'all gonna follow him? Yeah. All right. I'll follow because you're in the car with me. We gonna creep with him.
I mean,
I think if we're together, we're like the Winchester brothers, man. We got this.
I'm gonna tell you to turn around. I can't stop you.
You gonna turn right in Depends on who driving.
You know what's gonna happen.
Right. Well, that's okay, man. We'll have Nina with us, so we'll be straight, bro. Okay. All right, y'all. We appreciate everybody pulling up, man. Thank you so much. Kobe's tummy is rumbling, and I totally get it, bro. I'm a little hungry myself, so I'm gonna give the rest of your
burger. I'm excited. So,
what you about to eat?
What you about to eat? Runyon wings. You know about Runyons? Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Okay, you'll have to tell me about that, man, when I next time I'm in town, man. We'll get it in. So I appreciate everybody that joined. Well, we should be back next Sunday. If not, it's because the Timberwolves are still in the playoffs and they have a game going on. So we're about to be out. I'm about to watch the Lakers. Hopefully LeBron can go ahead and close this shit out, man. And we be good. Yo, thank you for pulling up, bro. We appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. You have a great week as well. Go ahead,
good week, and you know what I'm saying, y'all have a good week. Don't let work stress you out, and don't whistle at night, don't whistle in the woods, and honor your ancestors. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
With that, we out. Peace.
Giants. People who came from the sky.
Yeah.